Hello class, Mr. Garino here. In this video I'm going to show you an easy way to find the new share prices of your stock. So I have this former student's stock file open again. It was done in 2012, and so if we wanted to add another row here, so of course he ended the end of the semester, which was that year around the end of January, and this is the guy who actually made a ton of money on Netflix. It was 55.76 when he started. It ended up at 166, so he made about 12 grand on his Netflix, and that was a lot of money in 4 months to make. On $10,000 he made 12,000, so he ended up with over 22,000 in his fictitious stock fund. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, so now we know if we want to add a new row, we just copy this. I'm doing Control C, Control V, and then we want to go look up the new prices. So I'm going to put in today's date, which right now, the day I'm doing it is October 18th, 2016. So this is 4 years later. So the prices are going to be somewhat different for these stocks because it's 4 years later. Let's see what they are. So we're going to go to Google Finance, and I've done this on a previous video. I already typed in Netflix, so now I'm going to click that, and you see it's 118.79. So I'm going to put in 118.79 over here. But you don't want to have to go here. I mean, you could do it this way. Go here, type in the symbol, click the question mark, or I guess it pops down, choose it off the list. But there's a better way. If I highlight the web address, the URL, and I copy that, Control C, and I go back to Excel, and on this column, the dollars per share, I'm going to put in the new price. If I right click on that and say hyperlink, and then in this address bar I paste what I copied from the Chrome address bar and say OK, it highlights it in blue. And if I click away from there now, and let me close this out. In fact, let me go like this and put my screen halfway so you can see. I'll open up Chrome and put that halfway. So now when I click on, and I have to select something in here so this page is active or program is active. And when I get my hand, I click, and that should go right to Netflix, which is beautiful because it's nice and quick. You don't have to open up Chrome, go to Google Finance, type in FNLX. It just goes right there. So of course we can do Sony as well. So we'll do SNE. So here we're picking it off the list. Copy the web address. And make sure you go to the correct column, dollars per share, right click, hyperlink, just paste that in. And then if I was to close this out, of course this hyperlink should work now. I click there and it goes right to Sony. So nice and fast so that you can just copy the row, paste the row, click your 5 links, put in the 5 prices, you're done. It should take you all of just less than 5 minutes. That's nice and fast. There's actually even a faster way. Let me maximize this so you can see better. When you're in Google Chrome and you're signed into your Google account, which with the Google Apps for Education, every student has a Google account. So I'm signed in as me, Thomas.Garino at staff.harrisonschools.org. So you can do the same thing. As long as you're signed in, you can add a portfolio. So, and thank you to a very nice, awesome student, Gerson, for pointing this out to me. So I'm going to click Add Portfolio. So I think you can say New Portfolio and give it a name, but I'm just going to say My Portfolio. So I'm going to add Sony. And then, of course, I could either type it in or go back here and click the link. Netflix, add that to My Portfolio too. The same one, My Portfolio. So now I have 2 of them listed. And if I wanted to add this company that the student had invested in, I looked it up before. It's out of business. So that one back then actually went up for him, but by now it's out of business. These things happen. So I'm going to Wendy's. Let me do that one instead. So Wendy's, add to portfolio, say add. Okay, so here, instead of clicking each link and getting that, you can just go to Google Finance and click on Portfolio. Or maybe would be the easiest thing to do is when you have your stock file open, click on one of the links, and while you're there, go over here to Portfolios and choose My Portfolio. Actually, it's the only one, so it pops up. So you click on one link, all of them should be listed there, and of course you can put it side by side. Here's your price for Sony, put it in, your price for Netflix, put it in. So one click of one hyperlink and you have them all. So again, just trying to be real fast so that you can get this done quickly. So you can do the 5 links, or just do one link and use the portfolio. However it is you like to get to this stuff quickly and update your prices. One other thing, I notice sometimes students have a hard time. I think if you put the hyperlinks in, you'll remember where to put the price because it's this column, but sometimes students end up putting in 118.79 over here, and then that obviously screws everything up. You don't want to do that. So if you're the type of person that looks up and down and goes sideways and stuff like that, a good way to make sure you put it in the right place, highlight this column and change the color of it. So since it's money, maybe we'll make it green. So you know when you put in prices, it's always the green column. If you need that for help, go ahead and do it. I don't think it's necessary, but if you do and you'd like to do it, go ahead. I've actually seen students already putting different colors for different stocks, so I know people like to do that. So that's up to you if you want to do it. Okay, so like I said, include the hyperlinks, or at least include one hyperlink to get you to the Google Finance. Do the portfolio. Again, you have to be signed in with a Google account for that to be stored so that it can always know what portfolio you're looking for. So at least one hyperlink, 5 if you don't want to use the portfolio, at least one if you do want to use the portfolio. Get that done. Thank you very much.